Mike and I met over 35 years ago, and we were a blind date, believe it or not. The first night we went out, I came home after that first date. I was totally smitten, and I knew that he was going to be the person I was going to spend the rest of my life with. And 5 months later, we eloped. And I feel like I've married my best friend. He's always there for me, always was, and he's a great father and just a great person.
Yeah, we both knew it was true when we met. You know, we hit it off right from the start, and it was just a matter of time we were going to be married. And like she said, we're best friends, and we married our best friend. You know, behind every good man is a great woman, and she is phenomenal. I married up and married my best friend, and we'll be celebrating our 35th wedding anniversary this year as well. So, with many more to come.
Absolutely.
I've been blessed to have two wonderful careers. The first one was as a superintendent of recreation for the city of New Brunswick, and it was a wonderful career. 29 years of working with all sorts of organizations in the city of New Brunswick. Building the Hub Teen Center was one of my dreams come true. To build a recreation center, 17,000 square foot recreation center for kids in New Brunswick was really the highlight of my career, I'd have to say. Coaching kids was my favorite part of it. I was coaching a lot of the kids in the city of New Brunswick, whether it was soccer or basketball or baseball or you name it. It was just a wonderful opportunity for me to serve the communities and the families of New Brunswick. Currently, I work for the PGA Tour in the First Tee headquarters in Florida, and I had the pleasure of starting a chapter here in New Jersey. It's a program that teaches life skills, core values, healthy habits, and of course golf with the great game of golf. And we taught it in 9 golf courses, 120 schools, and about 20 some after-school program locations like YMCA's, Boys and Girls Clubs. And we were able to positively impact over 58,000 kids in the state of New Jersey when we started the chapter here. I love the quote that we use, good golfers, better people, because we can make a huge difference in the kids in the future. And 3.5 years ago, I went to work for headquarters, helping start new chapters all over the world, which has been really rewarding for me.
I've worked for Rutgers University for 20 years now. I started out in recreation for the first 11 years, and then I moved to new student orientation and family programs. I thought that was going to be the most rewarding for me because I got to work with students and parents. It was nice being able to relate to other parents, having their students go off to college, and making them feel comfortable. In 2015, the university decided to start a department called Off-Campus Living and Community Partnerships. Our goal is to prepare these students for when they live off campus for the very first time, whether they're renting a house, living in a high-rise, they're signing a lease for the very first time. We really want them to be good neighbors. We teach them when to take their garbage out, when to take their recycling out, and how to just live next to maybe another resident that lives in town. Maybe Mike and I. And it's just making them feel that they're part of a community. We feel very strongly that if you are going to school here, that you need to give back to the community. Then we've decided that we were going to have a food pantry for Rutgers students. About 32% of Rutgers students have some sort of food insecurity. And what that means is they make a decision between buying textbooks or buying food, or paying for tuition. And that's a horrible thing. When you think that you go home every day and you have a meal on the table and these students don't know where the next meal is going to come from. So we provide shelf-stable food for them, and it's through donations, food drives, faculty and staff donating. We also provide for students fresh fruits and vegetables on what we call Produce Tuesday. And in the summertime, we do have a little bit more extensive variety of vegetables through the Cook Student Gardens. What I do every day isn't a job to me. At the end of each day, I can put my head on my pillow and know that I may have done something good for somebody, but it's definitely not a job.
So the Rotary Club's been a great experience for me. I started in 1999. I'm currently the president of the club, and it's an honor to be the president in our 100th anniversary. And it's really great. We're also growing diverse in age, gender, ethnicity, geographic diversity are really growing that part of the club. and really better reflecting our community. We serve the greater New Brunswick community, which is usually it's New Brunswick, it's Highland Park, it's North Brunswick, and Milltown. We're involved in community service. We have events that help support Elijah's Promise, Puerto Rican Action Board, but we're just actively involved in a lot of projects in Rotary Club and love it. The integration of the Chamber and the Rotary Club is phenomenal. What you'll see in the Chamber and what you see in Rotary is very similar. We have a lot of the same members in both the club and the Chamber, and the Chamber does some phenomenal events, and I get a chance to work with a lot of the Chamber events, whether it's the golf event or whether it's the largest networking party or just a lot of the really cool events that the Chamber hosts.
Mike and I have 2 children. Our son Michael is 33, he's married, and he and his wife both live in New Brunswick and are expecting their first child in June. So we are going to be grandparents for this first time and ecstatic, over the moon. We also have a daughter that is 31, and she is a police officer in Oakland, California. We're really proud of both of our kids, the fact that they both chose service-oriented careers.
We were always hoping and praying that they'd follow our example and get heavily involved in helping others in our community, and we're really proud parents of both kids that have done that. Barbara and I are honored and tickled that we were nominated for this award by the Chamber and the team that nominates. We're so honored to accept the award, and just looking forward to the future working together with the Chamber and the club.